But
so he was also the only pro display that we were.
But he's a
able to
little
guess
wobbly
today.
on his feet as he just got knocked down by MMA.
I wonder what they're talking about.
He says, "Have you ever heard of Pazuki?"
And then Tills is like, Pazuki, Oppa Gangnam Style. And now MMA's like, whoop, 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 whoop.
And then this is the face. This is like, I would like to eat Pazuki face.
No, this is the sexy lady part. Oh! Whoop.
You're definitely talking about Pazuki, not Gangnam Style. Whoa, look. Check out this little symbol. It's like a little guy. Look at this one. This one right here. That's so awesome. Show everybody. So there he is. There's the little guy. That is very clearly a Pazuki. You see the pizza, and then that's a scoop of ice cream on top of it?
Since this is a replay, guys, if people are wondering, are we casting live games? We are casting replays, but these games have been played literally 1 hour ago. The moment we were casting the quarterfinals, they were playing the semifinals. Now we are broadcasting the semifinals, so I can imagine the finals are going on. We are, of course, completely unaware of who beat who and how the games have played out so far. All we do know, Ben, is that it's right now 1-0 for Slayers MMA, and that I would love to see MMA at Lone Star Clash.
Me too! MMA 3-0 Tails, MMA 3-0 Revival. Boom boom. Who's he going to play against in the final?
Revival or the SC2?
Okay, one of those guys. So, MMA all the way. He's going to win 6 more games and he's going to be done. Like a boss.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. We signed up for this qualifier and we're like, Ben asked me, he's like, do you want to cast some StarCraft for Lone Star? I was like, yeah, of course. Since obviously I was sad that we won't be able to attend Lone Star Clash 2, I said, well, casting the qualifiers, the least we can do. So at least we're still sort of part of it. He's like, oh yeah, we'll be short broadcast, like 3-4 hours on Tuesday evening. Because normally Tuesdays are days off, guys. As we said, Monday and Tuesday is our weekend, which is a bit stupid, but whatever. The sacrifices you make for esports, man. Look at me and my first world problems. I don't have a weekend. Anyways, but it's like, yeah, 3 hours, and now
check it out.
It seems more like we are going to get a 5
SCVs
or
and
6.
medevacs can repair things.
No.
That's what this guy says.
Nonsense.
Twitterverse, I want more than one confirmation. Can SCVs and medevacs repair things?
Really? That would blow my mind, Ben.
Prepare to get your mind blown, bro.
But now it's already pre-blown, so it can't be blown anymore. You never watched The Big Bang Theory?
No.
Okay, it was really awesome seeing
I've seen like a couple like parts of it.
They were talking about this comic book, and then this guy tells Sheldon, like, you have to read this comic book. It's going to blow your mind. He's like, don't tell, spoiler alert. And then he's like, why is it? It's not a spoiler. Well, you tell me it's going to blow my mind, so now I'm going into it with my mind pre-blown. That's really funny. Made me laugh.
Very fast expand for MMA 1 racks, gasless fast expansion. MVP Tails is doing, looks like gateway expand.
Triple orbital opening over here for MMA band, so he's gonna switch it up. He opened up so aggressively in game number 1 with that proxy factory, with that proxy start, but oh, for a second I thought this was the Void Command Center. I was like, what are you kidding me? Too many energy drinks, guys, too many Pazukis and all. Oh, we're gonna see 4-gate action from Tails band. 4-gate against triple orbital can work. It's not a default win, but it can work.
And you have additional confirmations, one from Frodan himself. SCVs and medevacs.
I don't trust Frodan. I don't trust Frodan. Man, that's crazy. So if you put it, wow. That's news to me, man.
Welcome to the 21st century.
So you imagine like, you have like 3 Vikings, and then they're all low in HP, and then
put them in a medevac?
You put them in a medevac, and then you put the SCV in a medevac, and you repair.
Oh, damn.
And then you unload the Vikings, and they fly up again, and they're all healthy. Wow.
That's smart.
It's like Joint Strike Fighter. JSF.
What?
A Joint Strike Fighter. You know, like the new supersonic airplane, which has been in production for like 15 years. And
why do you all of a sudden know about supersonic airplanes? Is this some weird hobby of yours that I was unaware of?
Nah. Like the Vikings always remind me of the JSF by the way they pick up.
Of course, the JSF. I'm so familiar with this.
Well, that's actually a very famous project.
No, yeah.
I will tell you all about it in the break, Ben, but not before. This bunker seems to be in a little bit of trouble. MMA is still completely on the... Well, actually, he just scanned. Now he knows about the forget. He's going to bring SCVZ product. Oh, it's going to be so close.
Tense moments right now. Can he repair this?
I think he will.
He does have enough SCVs. The SCVs are going to be targeted down right now, but a second bunker has completed.
But Tails also has a Nexus going up. How crazy is that?
Pretty crazy, Kevin. Pretty damn crazy indeed. Marine numbers.
The Robo is going down, and the second the Simulator is being wiped in, so Tails is not going to continue with his aggression. He's going to settle for it. He is 5 workers ahead right now, but basically he's 10 behind because he's playing against triple orbital.
I'm going to Google the Joint Strike Fighter.
Okay, go for it, bro. Bam.
This doesn't look anything like a Viking.
But do you know why that plane is special? Because it takes off. Like, you know how right now you have these wash.
They go.
Yeah, like
that one just goes straight
like
up.
the F-16s, you know, they need like a ship and a landing strike, and these ones they actually go up like a helicopter, isn't that crazy? No, because it's been in production for like 15 years and that's costing around like 200 billion or 200 million more than it should have costed, and they're still not done with it. Well, Tails is still harassing the front of MMA, but obviously he's never going to be able to break this double bunker. So MMA is in fantastic shape, guys. Yes, he's still down 7 workers, but he has, well, as silly as it sounds, I think soon he's going to have a tech advantage because Stim is going to be ready before there's a real answer to Stim.
Sun. Oh, wow, actually that is really cool.
Hello. Ben is watching videos on YouTube.
That's just like a regular takeoff. Man, it would be so scary to have to land on an aircraft carrier.
Yep. You know, in Red Alert you had aircraft carrier.
You think if like you're trying to land on an aircraft carrier and you crash your plane that you get fired?
I don't know. That's a good question, man. I have no
I mean,
idea.
it's a pretty expensive wreck.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, oops, sorry guys.
Crashed $1 billion piece of equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, how much?
Let me fly another one.
Sorry guys, won't happen again. A bit of too much Jack Daniels. It was late night in the pub. Promise you guys, I stopped drinking now. Like, okay, don't worry about it. As long as you're Tom Cruise, man. I mean, MMA is just gonna macro up right now.
Look,
reactor being added to the
I asked
factory.
for a second confirmation about the SCV thing, and the same guy replied to me.
That's not the purpose of a second confirmation, guys.
16 million to produce an F-16, Kevin. So that's how much you'd be wrecking if you crashed.
16 or 60?
1.6.
That's not that much.
Yeah. I'm just reach into my bank account and pull out 16 million.
Well,
Another big attack coming forward from Tails. He's got an Immortal in the mix.
Stim is ready, but he's not stimming.
Bunker.
Why is MMA not stimming?
This is looking okay for Tails.
Yeah, why is he not stimming, man?
Stim's overrated, I guess. Oh, this looks really scary.
Yeah.
The bio units were really low on health. This command team is going to be forced to lift, and MMA appears to be in a pretty rough spot.
Medevacs are not out yet. The first Marauders are about to join in the fray, but now there's going to be a super contained by Tails, and that's really what Tails did. Is Tails actually going to try to walk up? That would really not be a good idea at all, man.
MMA is just going to try to hold the line right here at the top of the ramp.
Oh, he still has a pretty big army supply. Wow, hold position being used on either side. That's interesting.
Medevacs are in production.
Yeah, first 2 Medevacs are halfway down. Still, great push by Tails, who just went for it as soon as he had 1 Immortal and a few sentries. The power of sentries displayed against Marines. I was really surprised to see MMA not use Stim at all for the longest amount of time in that first fight.
MMA does have triple orbital kevs. So
Maybe he didn't want to Stim because he didn't have combat shield.
So even with these losses, and actually he's
Look at
just gonna float
MMA,
down.
what a cheeky bastard.
He's like, what up, Tails?
What up,
Oh, Tails has no idea. Tails like, oh yeah, I'm ahead. Let's go back home. Oh, MMA. It's like, I don't trust this.
MMA is just flying around over this all
He's
around
like,
right
Joint
now.
Strike Fighter, a plane that can lift off. I can do that with buildings. MMA is not impressed.
Yeah, you know, it's like a really big issue in Dutch politics because they are, like, Holland is not a very rich country, but somehow we've been supporting that project for the longest amount of time right now, and it just keeps costing more and more money, and we still don't have any plane ourselves. So most people in Holland are really against the whole project.
So it's not an American plane?
It is. I think that's why it's costing so much money. You guys are just trying to cover your
I
own.
like the fact that you're paying for our plane.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, we already have no. MMA is going to be able to retake all 3 bases, man. While Tails is going to back up to that side of the map. He did deal a serious amount of damage to MMA, though. Now he's actually 14 supply ahead. He's working off 1 Forge, I believe. Twilight Council is on the way, so now it's actually a game, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game. Certainly when the first Colossus joins in the fray. Yes, Tails is up 26 supply, but it's still far from over.
Yeah,
Actually, well, he did kill quite a few SCVs as well. He's up 12 workers.
Yeah, but MMA is up a base. Triple orbital, that does equate to about 12 workers worth of income, so it's pretty even right now.
It's all going to come down to the fact, will MMA be able to deal damage with a drop or not? He's going to try to drop over here. Tails does have Stalkers in position, so he's going to be more than fine.
Well prepared for this. Tails covering his bases. MMA is going to come floating here. Single medevac, a couple of Marines. That's not going to...
Stalker is a little bit... okay.
Oh, man. Sad. That's a rough job. There's 1 Marine. He's going to do a lap. Can he get all the way out? Keep going, buddy. No, don't stop.
How cool would it be if he would run over here and then get picked up by
Yeah,
another?
that would be awesome. Run! Run! Where's the medevac? Oh.
Guys! With me. This Marine did pick up one of the scouting probes by Tails. Tails still completely unaware of the fact that MMA has 3 bases though, man. Never scouted that. So right now, of course, MMA severely outmining Tails, 1700 minerals against 1200 minerals. But this is a little bit scary, man. It's going to be 2 Colossus with thermal lengths. First Vikings are in production. But you're going to need at least, well, I like to say 6 Vikings to deal with this kind of push. Unless you have a sick amount of Marauders and you're able to really like threaten the Colossus.
It's a scary push, man. Are there any Vikings out? There's one.
Yeah, there's 1, 2 more in production, but MMA knows what time it is. Time to abandon this base, at least for now. Which is very good, by the way, because that's going to make Tails feel he's still so far ahead. This is a fantastic drop by MMA, Ben. This is the kind of drop that he needs. Yes, Tails will be able to deal with it, but he forced a defensive warping, which means that MMA can use the money that he's been mining to get more Vikings out on the map. That's exactly what he needed. Because right now he's going to have a little bit more time, so he's actually going to have 5 to 6 Vikings.
Marauder count's also incredibly high. 14 Marauders. If they can get in range of those
2-2
Colossi,
upgrades
they're
as
gonna
well.
kill very quickly.
Wow, this is 2-2 bio, by the way, Ben, against 0-1 Protoss army.
Look at MMA's positioning. He's even positioning a couple units up in his main base. He'll stem those and run them over the cliff.
It's very good, actually. You're able to do so much damage. Also, if Colossus shoot at those units, they don't do that much splash damage. Of course, a great position for Viking as well. I think MMA can do this, man.
Oh, big aggressive blink from Tails. Here come those units up on the high ground that we were talking about. Those Colossi are shooting up on the high ground. Marauders doing great amounts of damage. Supply-wise is very even. 110 against
MMA
110. MMA cleans up the Colossi.
Yeah, MMA is going to rip through this Protoss army. That was really not a good blink at all. Tails is forced to retreat right now. Beautiful defense by MMA, but of course those upgrades helped out quite a bit. Reinforcements have arrived though, and now we see some Blink Stalker micro. That makes it a little bit more interesting. Stim activated once more, but it's so hard to micro against so many Stim Marauders.
Oh, the theme of the day is landed Vikings as they are trying to rain down from the high ground. There's no vision of that, so they can't be shot at.
Vikings are saying, look at me now, hater. Sitting on the high ground, shooting a machine gun. Look at this guy, he's like, I come in peace, here's some gas.
Let me be a Protoss. Another strange blink from
this
Tails.
Is a really bad blink.
Retreat. Terrible blink, in fact. Marauders do so much damage against these Stalkers.
Perfect position right now for all these Marauders, ripping through the Stalkers. MVP with, Tails with 2 terrible blinks. Zealot Weapon is a very good one. He's going to be able to soak up quite a bit of damage. Now that's, I would say...
MMA's done it, man. He's cleaned up way too much. Tails with some bad blinks, man. I felt like he was in a pretty good position, but unfortunately... he misplayed it. GG gets called. MMA goes up 2-0.
So important, I think, that MMA used that one drop to buy himself a little bit more time, because those 2 Colossus, they were pretty much useless in that fight. They were getting a couple of shots off, but that was about it. The Vikings, they were completely untouched. Imagine if there was only 1 Viking and those Colossus would be unreachable. You have a whole different scenario. And yes, the upgrades would still be there for MMA, but it would still be a completely different game.
Would have been a much different game, guys. MMA leads 2-0 over Tails. Tails, the last Protoss player remaining in this qualifier. I'm not going to look at camera 2. I'm looking at camera 1. I'm looking into the soul of camera 1 right now. If you don't like it, Elliot, you can just suck it up because I'm talking to this camera. You're just going to have to deal with it.
I'm talking to camera 5 right now. Sup, guys?
We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more StarCraft 2 from the North American Star League after this.